Yo, what is good everybody? My name is Coaster Kane. Today I'm going to be talking about the future of one of the best amusement parks in the world, Cedar Point. This park has some of the most hyped up rides out there and is probably the most talked about park in the world, with world-class coasters like Steel Vengeance, Maverick, and sure I'll say Millennium Force. Now this park has, consequently, a future that is constantly talked about and constantly debated. People talk about what ride is next, how they're going to top Steel Vengeance, and today I'm talking about what I think they're going to be doing in the future, and what they're going to look like in 2030. Prediction number 1. Their new for 2022 coaster will be one of the most overrated and overhyped of all time. Cedar Point is planning something huge for 2022, and it's got the enthusiast community talking. People think they're going to add a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, maybe to beat the world conversion record. I do think that's the most likely possibility, but either way, I think that this 2022 edition has gotten so much hype and it's bound to get let down. Unfortunately, I believe 10 years from now we'll be looking back and thinking, wow, this ride was supposed to beat Steel Vengeance, but it didn't even come close. Now that being said, do I think this would be a bad ride? No. I just think it's going to be a little bit overhyped and not meet the expectations that the enthusiast community has for it. Prediction number 2. Steel Vengeance will still be the number 1 ride in the park. For years, people have been saying, how is Cedar Point going to top Steel Vengeance? How is Cedar Point going to beat it? And my answer is, they're not. I don't think in the next 10 years that Cedar Point will legitimately beat out Steel Vengeance. Sure, some people might say that one ride is better than Steel Vengeance that they might add, or that one ride beats it out. But they might say that about Maverick anyways, right? So it doesn't really matter. But I'm saying the general populace is not going to agree that one ride is better than Steel Vengeance. And I think it's going to maintain its spot as the number 1 ride at Cedar Point all the way up until 2030. Prediction 3. Cedar Point Shores will become a world-class water park. Cedar Point's been adding a lot to their water park lately. They've been adding some great additions and making this water park great. I think they're going to continue this in the future and continue adding to the water park and expanding their resort in that general. Cedar Point really can't add that much to their dry park because they pretty much have a perfect coaster collection. But they don't have a perfect water side collection. So in this next 10 years, I think they're going to be adding a lot to Cedar Point Shores and really revamping the park. I think we'll see it become the best water park in the chain and overall one of the best water parks in the world. Prediction 4. Gemini will be removed. Now, a lot of people have been saying this for years, that Gemini might be on the chopping block, and I do think that it is. I think it'll be gone by 2030. I think this ride is kind of old, and it honestly doesn't have the popularity that it once did. At one point, the ride was having great operations with 3 trains in each track, and it does not have that at this point. The ride lost a lot of popularity, it's rough, and it's literally not even the best hybrid in the park. So that being said, I think this ride is going to be removed and make way for another roller coaster. Prediction 5. Cedar Point will add an RMC Raptor or RMC T-Rex. Now, I know this may surprise you. You might be thinking, hey, well, Cedar Point needs better capacity than the RMC Raptor T-Rexes have. Now, first of all, we're going to see Great Adventure and Magic Mountain get these too. Those parks get huge popular lines, very long, and honestly reach maximum popularity levels of like a Cedar Point. So we're first going to see if Raptors can sustain that level of capacity. In addition to that, I think that Cedar Point doesn't really care. People said the same exact thing about Maverick. Cedar Point will find a way, if the ride is good enough, to add this into the park and add it to their coaster collection. Prediction 6. Wicked Twister will be removed. I know, another coaster removal, who's surprised? I think Wicked Twister is going to be removed. I don't know if it's going to be relocated, that's for another time, but for now, all I'm saying is that I don't think the Wicked Twister will be at Cedar Point 2030. I think it comes down to 2 things. For me, I've seen Wicked Twister down a lot, and the maintenance costs have got to be up there. In addition, that's prime real estate that we're talking about. Wicked Twister never really has a long line and is not very popular among guests. I can very easily see this ride being replaced by a Mac Power Slash or another great ride that's in the area. It would be a better fit for the park and have a better popularity. I think that ultimately this would be a better addition for the park and really help out their lineup. Prediction 7. Cedar Point will add a GCI Woody or GCI Hybrid. I think that Cedar Point is going to be adding one of these amazing new roller coasters that GCI has been coming out with. Look at a ride like Mystic Timbers. It's so popular among everyone, including enthusiasts, and I can see Cedar Point adding something like this. They wouldn't really take up that much land, and Cedar Point can honestly fit it in their compact land. It would be a great fit for the lineup that doesn't really have a strong wooden coaster, and this has been rumored for years. So by 2030, I do see Cedar Point installing a GCI Woody or hybrid of some sort. Prediction 8. Cedar Point will remain on top and be the #1 park in the United States in 2030. Now, right now, I'd say it's generally accepted that Cedar Point is probably the best amusement park in America, and Steel Vengeance is the #1 ride. I think this is going to remain. I don't know about Steel Vengeance being the #1 ride, but I do think that Cedar Point will still be the #1 park for enthusiasts in 2030. I think it will maintain its reputation and maintain its hype all the way through that year and really maintain its spot as one of the king of amusement parks. With that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section what you think about Cedar Point's future and what you thought about my predictions. See you guys next time.